Natalie, hello.
Hi.
Are you a dog owner or are you a dog professional?
A little bit of both. So I started out as a dog owner and a client, and now my dog has progressed so much that we take some beginner classes as well.
That is fabulous. I think that's quite a common story actually for a lot of dog trainers. I started the same way. I don't really know where the line changed from, someone who's really into dogs to I'm helping people now.
Yeah.
So you work for Canine Ambassador or with Canine Ambassador. Where are you guys based?
We're based in Glasgow.
Also?
Yeah, also in Glasgow.
I will ask you a controversial question. Yeah. Glasgow dogs, Edinburgh dogs.
Ooh,
preference?
It's got to be Glasgow dogs.
Glasgow dogs? Oh my God. Last person refused to answer. And who's this we've got here today?
This is Bodhi. So Bodhi is extremely friendly. He is 9 years old and I've had him since he was a puppy. Good boy. We're doing a wee interview.
You can come in, it's fine. It all gets edited. No, come in, it's fine.
I didn't realise that was a microphone. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so that's absolutely fine. I think we've got a lot of really nice people here today.
Yeah.
I think the way some people talk about, trainers who use aversives online, you'd expect us all to be with whips and canes and things. Yeah. So when you started training your own dogs, did you immediately go into a more balanced direction? Was there a particular direction you went?
No, so Bodhi used to be, Bodhi has very high prey drive, and he used to be extremely dog aggressive. So I did about 3.5 years of positive only training with him.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of money, put a lot of time and a lot of heartache, and really made very little progress.
Yeah.
So that's when we found a balanced trainer, and that's when I started to understand what balanced training really meant.
Was there some particular thing that made you go, I'm going to open up my eyes a little bit and have a look around?
Yeah, I was desperate. So I couldn't find a dog walker that would take him out. Nobody else could walk him, so it was impacting my work. And then I think the final straw, we couldn't go for a walk on the lead. I used to have to drive out in the middle of nowhere to walk my dog. And then the final straw was when we were outside my house and he actually pulled me over the bonnet of a car to try and get to another dog.
My God, really?
And I just thought, this is not working after 3 years. And a friend of mine recommended a balanced trainer, and really within a couple of weeks we saw a massive improvement and actually a happier dog. He is now a lot less stressed. He's now loving life. And
there's such a big thing. Well, maybe your experience is different. I think a lot of people, when they hear about some of the tools that are available to help dogs, would say, right? They look at that and say, well, if it causes pain, how could it possibly make a happier dog? Do you think that's accurate? Is there maybe something else happening there?
So I think there's a couple of things happening. So I think, first of all, I wouldn't say his e-collar necessarily causes him pain. I think it's a consequence and a punishment. I think to be a consequence doesn't necessarily, just because it's negative doesn't mean it's, distressing or painful. So I use the e-collar very carefully with him and I build up to a level that suits him. But I think when I say it makes a happier dog, I think living his life before we started balance training, he didn't understand the rules, he didn't understand the boundaries, he was in a constant state of stress.
Yes.
I think now he has rules and boundaries that actually makes him much happier because he can live his life in a relaxed way because he knows what's acceptable and what's not.
I think there's freedom in having certain rules.
Freedom through consequences. So now he has the consequences. So he now knows he can't aggress on other dogs. He knows he can't chase deer. He now has complete freedom. He has so much freedom compared to what he did before.
Free to be a dog because he can do what he wants, because if he does something he's not supposed to do, you can just say, don't do that. And then go do that.
That boundary is in place, which ironically means he now has so much more enjoyment in life.
So people maybe who are watching this and they're thinking to themselves, my dog's not always the best. Should I maybe be looking at talking to a trainer about balance training? What are some of the signs that maybe people are on that track and it is the right time to actually go and speak to someone?
So I think if you're struggling, I would say go and talk to somebody sooner rather than later. I wish I'd not left it 3 years because it was it's a long time. I think talk to the trainer. I think look at videos of the trainer. My top thing would be look at videos of them with their dog.
Yes.
Look at their reviews. Look at actual clients.
Yeah.
What I've noticed is there's a lot of a lot of social media, a lot of trainers on social media. There's a lot of talking. I think the thing that convinces me is what is that person like with their own dog or with a client. I'd like to see a video of them with their dog.
I think when we see a lot of dog trainers today, a lot of people, particularly who aren't so keen on, a full balanced spectrum of dog training, they put a lot of emphasis on qualifications. With the Scottish Government looking at the regulation of dogs in Scotland, and this being a topic throughout Europe and the world, do you think there is a need for some level of legislation to sort of set a standard?
I think that's a really difficult question. I think there should be a standard, but I don't think the current qualifications really mean anything.
Yes.
Because as far as I'm aware, a lot of those organisations kind of self-regulate. I don't know if they are, audited or measured on outputs or results. So, the trainer who helped me, it was not because of their qualifications that I selected them. It was because of their massive amount of experience and their ability to get good results, and the fact that their dogs love them. So I think regulation may be helpful, but I think it needs to be carefully thought through, and it needs to be based on what's going to achieve results, not some sort of ideology, which sounds great, but it isn't realistic.
It's a results-based industry, I think, isn't it? So you've got a dog e-collar, I think similar to the one I have.
Yeah.
Yours has got the dual selection on it, does it? I've just got the single one.
Yeah.
So your familiar dog goes a level 1 to 127. I didn't ask you beforehand, so we can edit this out if you don't want to do it. You have it in your hand already?
Yeah, I've got it there.
Do you want to do do you want to see what level you can go to?
Yeah, sure.
The highest we've had, I go to 127 because I guess I'm a sadist or something. So the highest we've had so far is we've had 60. Has been the highest, just on the wrist or the hand or somewhere you want.
Okay.
What number do you want to start at?
So I use it with Bodhi at 15, so that's quite low.
Okay,
so
no, that's the point.
I can definitely start at 15.
Okay.
So will we go up in fives?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so what number do you want to start at?
That's 20.
That's 20. And do you feel anything at all?
I can feel it, yeah. It's a bit like pins and needles.
Okay. How about 30?
Let's go to 30. Yeah, I can feel it.
How would you describe that feeling to someone who's not felt an e-collar before?
It's like a tapping sensation is how I would describe that. Like lots of little taps on my thumb. A little bit like pins and needlesy, maybe.
Yes. So if someone told you you were electrocuting yourself, would you say you've been electrocuted?
I'm pressing this constantly as I'm talking. Right? I'm still able to hold the conversation. It's a bit ticklish.
You're definitely not being shocked, no?
No, I'm not being shocked.
So do you want to see if you can break 60? You seem quite confident with it.
Let's go for it. Let's go to 60. So 60. That's 59 because I can't use the dial it. So we've got it at 59 there. Yeah, I feel that a bit more.
59, okay.
That's
so just shy of 60 for argument's sake.
Uh-huh.
What kind of situation would maybe you'd expect 60 to be used?
So 60, I would use that, for example. So if that would be if my dog was about to chase a sheep, if it was about to, run across a road and cause chaos, that would be my emergency. So I have a boost button on this, and I don't set that quite as high as 60, but that would be a real emergency stop situation.
Something
where I
very
thought
serious.
My dog was going to be injured, or somebody else was going to be injured.
Absolutely perfect. Thank you so much.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's perfect. Listen, one final thing. If anyone wants to find you guys, Canine Ambassador, where can they go to find us?
We're on Facebook. Just check out the Canine Ambassador Facebook page and you'll see all our lovely dogs on there.
Perfect. Lovely. Thank you so much for speaking.